Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, episode 7. And just more, just more with Komura, his brain just going, just overloading, because of his big crush on Mie. I mean, first off, it starts off just with which is just a really quick like well, they're doing an art project, right? They're drawing portraits of each other, right? And of course, as usual, that's when Mie forgot her glasses, and she's trying to draw Komura, right? Now, originally, I thought that I thought she was gonna have a bunch of scribbles since she doesn't have her glasses, so I figured her writing or drawing would be all over the place. Which that's what I thought at first. Oh, it was like she's gonna show him that it's just nothing but a bunch of scribbles, right? But it turns out she actually drew pretty good without her glasses, and I was like, oh wow, she drew pretty good without her glasses, a very nice picture of Komura. And David Komura's like, wow, even he was amazed as well. And the good portion of this, which I thought was really funny, is what like I said, with this show, like I said, it's cute, charming, and for all the words I use, all the good words I use about the show, but well, of course, funny as well. But it just it's cute, like I said, it's a cute, charming, little romantic series. But because the next time she May's at class, right, and two of her other friends ask her to walk home, right, and she had her glasses with her, but when she sat them down, she forgot them when she left. So when Komura comes back in, he notices that her glasses are there. And of course, the whole thing with him, like I said, he's afraid to touch him because you can't touch the other people's property without permission, right? Of course, he's being considerate and thoughtful of the whole process, right? And when he calls her, it's like, oh, you forgot your glasses here. It's like, oh, well, I don't mind if you take them home with you. But first he thought, oh, you can leave them there though. But it's the weekend, so he goes and takes him home with them, and he says college is all nervous as hell, because he took the girl he likes, that he likes, her glasses home with him, right? And he's actually all nervous, and we see his mom. We don't see her face though, but we see his mom, because I don't think we haven't seen our mom, his mom at this point. So, and he's trying to do his homework, and he's trying to do his work, but he can't focus because her glasses are sitting right there on his bookshelf or behind him. He can't focus. It's like, well, he's just too she's too he's not afraid to touch him though, but he's oh, because they're her glasses, right? And do you want to get her in his fingerprints or whatever, his aura on them, right? And so he's grabbing some tissues and just grabbing each one without touching with his bare hands. He's freaking out about it. Oh my god! It's like his crushing for Mie is so huge, Which I'm surprised I did not see no airplane flying through the sky this time, because his brain was about to go into overload, for all this over her glasses, right? I am surprised I didn't see no airplane flying through the sky this time. And so Mei calls her, and it's like, oh, I hope there's no fingerprints, or it's not dirty, right? But because it turns out she cleaned her, Komura cleaned her glasses spotless, all sparkling, right? And then we got Mei teasing him, saying that, hey, my glasses are there. It's kind of like I'm at your house, right? And he gets these funny visions of seeing Mei sitting on his bookshelf, wearing the glasses, right? I mean, he's literally visioning her wearing the glasses, sitting on top of his bookshelf. It's like, oh my god! It's like, I never seen someone crushing on a girl that his imagination for her is so big. I'm like, my god, So he's afraid. Yeah, he's being considerate and thoughtful, not to ruin her glasses or get her glasses dirty, right? But at the point where he's afraid of touching her glasses with wearing gloves or with tissues, right? Or the point where he's now having visions of her seeing her sitting on his bookshelf wearing the glasses, because considering since her glasses here, it means she's at his house now. I'm like, oh man, I'm like I haven't seen a series of this where a girl, like where a guy or boy who has a big huge crush on a girl that he really likes, and just his imagination goes that far. I'm like, wow. But and so after that, then after all that, when the weekend's over, she forgot her glasses yet again, she trips and falls forward onto Komura. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. She is saying her sorry because that used to happen to me a couple times. I used to fall forward, and last time I fell forward, I banged heads, right? And Komura's like, oh yeah, that is kind of a thing. I can picture that. And then she goes and says, oh, and then another time I fell forward, my lips touched someone else's. And then he starts to freak out at that, though. But and even she's trying to she correct herself. Like, oh no, it's not like that. It's something like that. It was my dad's. When I was a little kid, and I fell forward. It was my dad's. But that was it, though. That was the only time that happened. And he's like, oh. Ugh. And then the next when it's raining, that Komura has a little shoulder pain here, and May is like, oh, I can rub your shoulders for you. And he's like, oh, because of course he's like, his brain once again, is like, oh, because her hands can be touching my shoulders, right? And she does it anyway, and it's like, oh, that is feels nice, and she's even smiling about it, and like this like I said, the whole thing about the nature of the series, like, it's charming, cute, that's the whole, and whatever the words I used in the past about whatever other words I use, it's the best way to describe the show, and of course, I gotta mention, we keep getting these very neat, clean shots of the school hallways, the lockers. How perfectly squeaky clean the school is. Of course, we still get more shots of those. It shows how perfectly clean the school is. I'm like, Mr. Clean, it must be hanging around somewhere. Wherever it's keeping the floor, the windows, or the lockers all shiny and clean, right? And then, lastly, we got where. Now this time May is at school, and she does have her glasses on this time. She is wearing them this time, and because since then she's been getting close to Komura a lot of times, and Komura's been looking at her as like, well, now you got a full description of what I look like. I want you to look at me for once. Well, look and get a clear picture of the full picture of me. He's like, oh, it's okay, I want you to take a good look at me, and it's like, no, those are things I'll pass. So this time she didn't forget her glasses. This time she's actually wearing them this time. But like I said, they show us the day. It only shows the days where she did forget her glasses. So yeah, this is a bit of another very funny episode, very charming episode, I would say. From that little moment where she did forget where she did have her glasses, and she was trying to. She did a pretty good sketching of Komura without her glasses. Like I said, I thought it was nothing but all but scribbles, all over the place. And then just the whole best part of this episode was just Komura's his brain just overloading, with just holding her glasses just on its own, and just trying to get dirty or break it, right? Just holding with where he cleaned the glasses clean with gloves, and we're holding with tissues, And it was the point where he's saying, oh, since her glasses are at my house, which means she's at my house, actually, also. And it's like she's just having visions of seeing her wearing the glasses, sitting on his bookshelf. I'm like, boy, it's just that your imagination is just going so wild right now over you just too much head over heels for the girl that you like, you know. Your crush is just like running wild right now. Like I said, I'm surprised no airplane did not fly over this time. So yeah, but so episode 7, I had a lot of fun watching this episode. I mean, it was a lot of fun once again. A lot of fun. Just, you know, just little more things. Him, May rubbing his shoulders. He goes, "Oh, her hands have been touching my shoulders," you know, and the whole thing is like he misunderstood about the whole because she leaned forward so much. Like first she bumped heads. You know, my last time my lips touched. Oh, because no, but that was when I was a little kid, and that was my dad. You know, it was nothing like that. And he's like, "Oh, thank God," you know. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a very innocent. That's another word I use. Innocent, cute, and charming, innocent. Yeah, another word I use. So it's just a fun little romantic comedy series. You know, like I said, although there were other ones I've seen that are better though, but still, I've been liking the show regardless. So, and like I said, the studio is doing good with its animation, especially when it comes to showcasing how perfectly clean the school hallways is. I'm like, where's Mr. Clean, you know? But yeah, episode 7 of The Girl I Like for Guard Glasses. It was another fun episode. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and we'll see you next time. Later.